In this video, we're going to be taking a look at some of AEW Fight Forever's unique features, its secrets and its Easter eggs, as well as some cool features that aren't really explained and others that are hidden away within the menus. To start out, let's talk entrances, as while a lot has been made about the entrances in Fight Forever and how they're limited to just a few seconds, something you might not know is that entrances do come with some unique features. These features see the player able to take control of production, where they're able to cycle through various camera angles by pressing L1 and R1, zoom in and out using L2 and R2, or take control of pyro and screen effects by pressing the face buttons or the D-pad. To better show what buttons control what, players can enable an entrance guide via the options menu, which will then display an on-screen HUD during entrances with each button labelled to show what it controls.
Introducing the challenger. He is the Demigod. Let's shove the Chris Jericho.
Now, in regards to this feature, something else you might not know is that it's also possible to customize the effects that these buttons control. This can be done when choosing to edit a wrestler and then selecting the entrance scene option, as selecting the advanced settings allows you to customize both screen filters and effects. Filters, which can be assigned to all four directions on the D-pad, include screen effects like colour changes, camera shake, static and TV lines, as well as the option to blur out parts of a wrestler's face or hands, add a wow effect or break the screen. As for effects, these include things like pyro, which includes a ton of different options, all of which can be set off repeatedly when tapping the buttons, while other options include spotlights, fog and smoke, as well as special effects like cannons of confetti, streamers and money, and then you also have some random options like tennis balls and orange juice. Moving on, let's talk weapons, as Fight Forever has an incredible amount available, with more than 40 weapons when searching under the ring or within the crowd. Something you might not know though is that there are also additional weapons that aren't part of the regular weapon pool, as playing a match with a champion will see them pull out their championship when searching under the ring. When pulling out a championship, you can use it as you can any other weapon, as well as posing with it, with the belt including a strong strike to the head of an opponent and a ground strike. Unlike other weapons that disappear after being used twice, championships will actually remain at ringside for the entire match, allowing you to use them over and over again. If you're playing as a character who currently holds multiple titles, then it's also possible to pull out each additional championship, as players can search under the ring or in the crowd and then pull out additional titles. Speaking of champions that hold multiple titles, Fight Forever also includes a special championship entrance for players that hold more than one championship, as should you hold two championships at the same time, and this will see you come out with one championship around your waist while holding the other one in your hand. Should you go on to win a further championship, the same entrance motion is used, though each additional title that you win will be added to the entrance, with this allowing for up to 4 championships for male stars, including the AEW World Championship, the TNT Championship, Tag Team Championships and the FTW Championship. While 4 championships is the limit for the men's roster, over on the women's side, female characters can actually hold up to 6, as alongside the AEW Women's World Championship and the TBS Championship, the women of AEW are also capable of holding the men's titles. On the subject of championship entrances, while most stars who hold a championship either enter using their original entrance or one of 4 preset motions, there are a handful of stars who feature their own championship entrance. The first star to have his own entrance is Chris Jericho, as Jericho features this alternate entrance with a championship around his waist. Also featuring a unique champion motion is Darby Allin, as Darby will walk out holding the belt before then holding it up to the camera. Another star to feature a unique title entrance is former AEW World Champion Jon Moxley, who will enter with his championship via the crowd. The last character to feature his own motion is Kenny Omega, as Kenny will enter with the belt over his shoulder as he performs his signature pose. Next up, we're talking weapon customization, which is a feature that you could easily spend a lot of time playing and never encounter, as hidden away within the profile menu is a weapon customization feature that allows you to customize the appearance of weapons. This feature can be found when heading into the settings screen via the main menu and then choosing the edit profile option, as this screen includes an option to customize weapons. As for how they can be customized, there's 2 options available. The first one gives you the ability to apply a wrestler image with options for everyone on the roster, while the second gives you the ability to select a background which you can use to change the colour of the weapon or apply a pattern using one of the preset designs. When customizing weapons, the options that you choose are applied to all weapons, so to preview how they'll look, you can cycle through the different weapons by pressing square on PlayStation or X on Xbox. Once you've decided on a design and you've saved it, jumping into a match and then pulling out a weapon will see it now feature your custom design. Moving on, let's talk the ladder match. As while the match starts out with just one ladder, searching under the ring allows you to pull out a second, and with two ladders set up, this allows for a really useful feature that players of the WWE series have long since requested, as it's actually possible to jump from one ladder to another. This can be done when climbing one ladder and then using a diving attack in the direction of another, as if that side of the ladder is free, then your character will jump over to it, which is a really useful feature, especially for making a last-ditch save. While using multiple ladders, it's also possible to perform special moves when jumping from one ladder to an opponent on another, as aiming a dive towards your opponent will see you pull off special moves like the Cody Cutter. Something else you might not know is that ladder matches also feature a unique special move, as should you pick up a ladder while in a special state, players can perform an airplane spin and knock down their opponent. Next up, we're talking Orange Cassidy, as the developers have given him a unique wrestler skill titled Sloth Style, which when enabled sees him wrestle the match with his hands in his pockets. This can be enabled when playing as Orange and pressing in the right thumbstick, which then sees him place his hands into his pockets. Along with the visuals of his hands in his pockets, enabling this skill will also change his moveset, as attempting a high strike will see him perform a headbutt, while a low strike will switch out his regular kicks for these minimal effort ones, which he can then string together to perform a surprise super kick. Other unique moves include the ability to run the ropes while keeping his hands in his pockets, as well as performing unique running moves like this dropkick, a hands in pockets Hurricane Rana, or even this unique pinfall. Next up, we're talking one of the most popular matches in Fight Forever, which is the Exploding Barbed Wire Deathmatch, where the ropes are wrapped up in electric barbed wire, with barbed wire boards also placed in the corners. While the main features of the match see you throwing your opponent into the ropes to electrify them, or waiting on the explosion timer, something you might not know is that the match features a special finishing move, should you throw your opponent into the ropes while in a special state. Once the replay ends, players have a short window to perform a special finisher, which will see them throw their opponent out of the ring and onto an explosive barbed wire board. This special finisher can be used on all four sides of the ring, though be careful when you choose to use it, as should you use it just before the timer runs out, then this will see your opponent become invulnerable to the explosion and leave you caught in the middle of it. So that's some of the game's secrets and Easter eggs, as well as a few things that you might not know about. Let me know what you made of them in the comments, and stay tuned to the channel for more. Until next time though, thank you so much for watching, have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.
What?